Happy Valentine's Day Eve. Gary Lamm, Main Event Maniacs. And I would love to see the 49ers sign Brock Purdy tomorrow, because if you ain't got a quarterback, you ain't no fun to watch. All right, and before I go on, I need your prayers, brothers. I just heard my mom, she has breast cancer. It doesn't look aggressive so far, but I need your prayers. And I really appreciate that. God bless you guys. And man, like I said, I appreciate some prayers right now for my mom. All right. Look, I'm going to reflect on the Super Bowl and how it relates to the 49ers. If the Eagles are the blueprint, the 49ers, even with a good draft, they cannot stack both sides of the line and be good at every position like the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay, that just ain't gonna do it. They don't have they just don't got it. All right. So what are we gonna do? One thing we can't do is go into a season where the Super Bowl is in your home stadium, Levi Stadium, with no damn quarterback. Because if you don't got a quarterback, not only do you not have a chance in hell to go anywhere, you're going to be boring to watch. I don't think the 49ers can stomach that. Why did you sign Ayuk? Why did you sign Nick Bosa? Why did you sign Christian McCaffrey? Why did you sign Trent Williams? For what? For what? So Brock Purdy has the 49ers over a barrel. He may not be the best quarterback. But you know what? You can't just go find an NFL starting quarterback. They are hard to find. Look at the Raiders. They can't find one. All right? Tennessee, they can't find one. They need... It's not easy to find an NFL starting quarterback, even if they're top 15. Brock Purdy probably did some regressing this year. Did make the right decisions, but you know what? You make right decisions behind this offensive line when Cole McKivitz and a rookie are like your best offensive linemen. I'm giving Brock the benefit of the doubt. I find it highly unlikely that the 49ers are going to rebuild their offensive line in the image and likeness of the Philadelphia Eagles, even with the 11th pick. That's just not going to happen. You still have to rebuild the defensive line. So you're going to need a quarterback who can move. Brock Purdy fits the bill. He's not a running quarterback, but he can scramble, and my man has pocket presence. He can be in the pocket. They're going to need a new center, no doubt about that. You can't have a 6'1" quarterback with a center. Jake Brendel, you get knocked on your ass too much. Brock Purdy needs a new damn center. The 49ers need a center. They're looking at Dahlman in the offseason. Fine. Get somebody in there. They need a damn center. But there's just no way unless you go to total rebuild mode. I mean, that means you get rid of Bosa, you get rid of Fred Warner, you trade for draft picks, you start rebuilding this year. Unless you're totally rebuilding, you got to sign Brock, and you need to do it tomorrow. You need to do it on Valentine's Day. That's what's up. That was my deadline, because there's no reason to go through what we've gone through with our other big free agents like Nick Bosa and Brandon Ayuk and all the baloney with Trent Williams. We don't need this. We don't need this. We're not going to have a chance if we do that again. All right, so they need to figure it out. They've been thinking about this since Brock was good 2 years ago, at least. They knew this moment was coming, and they should have planned for it. They should have paid for it. They should have had money stacked away. So, Brock's got to get paid. There's just no way around it. There's no way around it. Brock, please take a discount. Please, for me, for the faithful. But why should you? Why should you take a discount for a team that I just don't see with the Super Bowl roster? And if you're going to build a Super Bowl roster, you're going to need a damn quarterback to start with before guys want to come here for cheap. They're not the stacked 49ers of 23 and 22. They're not that team. Definitely don't have the Eagles' offensive line. And you know what? We might not even have Debo. And here, stance on Debo. I thought we should have traded him last year. And if you don't want to be here, you got to go. Period. He doesn't want to be here. Adios, bro. Thanks for the memories. God bless you. And all that. Here's the thing. We end up going into 2023 with Ayuk and Debo and a number 1 pick Pearsall and Juwan Jennings. It's like, who's going to get the ball? To now, receiver is a weakness. Ricky Pearsall, he ended pretty great, but you know what? We could have drafted a center in that position. We could have drafted Cooper DeJean, nickel corner, and we'd be good. But I like Ricky Pearsall, but is he the true X? Is he the number 1? JJ, I loved Juwan Jennings. Or Juwan, he's clutch, but he's like, again, is he the true X? Is he a number 1? Jacob Cowing, we drafted at least quick, but we don't even let him play. So now we're kind of looking at receiver. And you know my answer to that is Garrett Wilson of the Jets. I think he's my favorite receiver in football. He's probably gettable because they're just tearing down the Jets. Speaking of the Jets, a lot of rumors about the 49ers getting Aaron Rodgers. Look it. I don't think Rodgers is as washed, especially with his arm. That guy can throw some beautiful footballs, right? But he's coming off an Achilles last year, and that guy's a coach killer. He is a team. If Kyle Shanahan wants to get fired, then yeah, get Aaron Rodgers, man. He's a coach killer. He will get your ass fired. We don't got the roster. We don't got the line to protect him. If we can't protect a 24-year-old kid, we can't protect a damn 42-year-old man. All right. So 49ers need a damn receiver. They need a receiver, and they need some help with that offensive line. All right. They're going to have to draft. They're going to have to draft big. They need defensive line. Yeah. So, but it all starts. You ain't going to get. Look, we need to draft well. We're going to need some free agent help. We're going to need to bring in some veterans. And no one's going to want to come here on the cheap. You're not going to attract anybody unless you sign your damn quarterback. Bottom line. That's it. Like, people may not believe in Brock, but once he's signed, at least you got stability with the quarterback. Because anyone who's seen NFL football, watched NFL football, more or less played NFL football, you're gonna need a damn quarterback. So we need to get that done. We can't afford to be bullshitting. And if you don't sign him, you're just saying you're not going to go nowhere this year, and you're saying that if you trade him, you might as well rebuild. Okay, that's just bottom line. I want to talk about Myles Garrett. Of course, the 49ers are more than one player away. Absolutely. Plenty of players in this draft that can help them. I like to see 49ers draft down from 11 or trade down in the draft, and we can get some pass rush. We can get a nice right tackle. We need a center. We need depth, right? But there's two reasons why I would go in with Myles Garrett. All right, and one is cynical. That the Niners cannot miss this number one pick. They cannot miss another number one draft pick. They can't miss it. They missed too many. All right. It's a cynical way to think, but damn it, when's the last time we brought in a guy, a number one pick that really kicks some ass? And this, it's really Bosa. Brandon Ayuk is okay, but who's the guy? So and the second, the 49ers, especially with Debo just falling off, Trent Williams getting old, the 49ers have lost their swag. And Myles Garrett gives the 49ers automatic swag. And when you're going to be top heavy, but the guys we got, guys with experience that will fill up the depth. So I'm in on Myles Garrett if we can do it. God bless you. Keep it real, keep it clean, and pray for my mama. Late.